Go. Alright, what's happening, plebs? We're out here with another episode of the History of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, and this is episode 4. So we've been firing through these pretty quick. And today we've got all the way from Europe, which is like where I live, but you know, most of you guys are Americans. But we have Eugen Heidt here from Complexity Card Gaming, and today we'll be looking at his story, where he started, how he got into Yu-Gi-Oh! And you know, the whole shebang. So that's going to be fun. We'll be talking for like the next 45 minutes to an hour. If you have any questions and such for him, keep it till the end, where we do like a generic Q&A pretty quick and stuff, rather than going through everything at the start. Unless obviously if we're talking about something that's relevant, then feel free to like ask to elaborate on certain points perhaps, or something like that. I think other than that, yeah, we're good to go. So Eugen Heidt, 3 YCS tops, 2 Euro tops, one of which was a win, and 2 national tops as well, here representing Complexity Card Gaming. Been in the game for a while. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. So this is going to be a long journey back in time. So I hope you've been thinking about everything for today, remembering the good old days. So when did you start playing?
I started playing with the first starter decks. 2 of my friends.
So right back in the beginning.
House. Yeah, and one had the Kaiba deck, one had the Yugi deck, and they were like, "Oh, these decks are so great," and they teach me how to play. Yeah, I don't know why the one guy had the Dark Magician, the Yugi deck, because Kaiba's deck was better because of Blue Eyes White Dragon. He had more attack. But yeah. So, and a few weeks later, I also bought the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. So I started playing there, like everyone, when I was a kid.
So with the structure decks, yeah. How old were you at the time?
How long is it? Like 10, 11 years ago. So 10, 11 years old.
That's fair enough. And did you just keep playing from then, or did you just stop? Because most people generally, they play the game when they're like kids, when it first came out, and then they just don't play again.
Yeah, I played with friends from my neighborhood, from my school, had a few breaks, started playing again. Then I had a long break, and one guy of my neighborhood came to me and said, "Yeah, we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Again. They're new cards. They're white. They're called Synchros." But no, you're talking shit again, you know? And that's when I started playing again with Duelist Revolution. So that was the last time I started playing. So that was my last break with Duelist Revolution. I started again.
What year was that then? Like 07, 08?
Let me Google it. I think 2009, maybe.
Oh wow, okay. So you guys in chat probably know.
2010.
So you were just playing with your friends and stuff. Did you ever go to locals with them, or was that like after? Like after Duelist Revolution, I guess, is when you first started going to locals.
Local shop here in Bad Homburg, where I live. It's a pretty small city. Emre is the only one who's also living here. He was playing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh!
Who?
Emre.
Oh, okay.
In the chat.
Yeah.
And was playing at the local shop there, but he was it was closed. I don't know why and when. And so I didn't have any opportunities to play anymore, except against my friends in the school and stuff.
So, did you actually like enter tournaments and stuff at this locals?
Yeah, I played, I think, only 1 or 2 tournaments.
Right. And this is like a proper kind of like local setting where, you know, you have first round Swiss, and then it's all on the computer system, and your cause. Yeah, this was like a proper like tournament setting then.
I think we hadn't Cossi back then. But
is that like a new thing?
I don't remember anymore.
Okay. So
the deck was also random. I played the Graffiti Bind, where level 4 high monsters can attack, and the the little imp, which has 100 attack, which can attack directly, and if it deals damage, it gets 1000 attack. So if you have these two, you attack directly the whole time, and it gets buffed by 1000 every turn.
What did you call that deck?
I don't know. I had a dragon deck and a water deck.
A dragon deck and water deck. Okay.
Yeah. Everyone had a dragon deck. Those dragons are great.
So when was the first time you like went to bigger events, like maybe a regional and stuff? Is this after or before like you kind of became more competitive? Which one came first, do you think?
It was before I became competitive. I started going to locals in Frankfurt, where I met the more known people, which are still playing. The thing is, we played against the neighborhood guys, and I won every time, like almost every time. And I thought, I come to locals, and I crush everyone. And then I played 1-4, and only won against little kids who didn't even know the rules, and I was pretty sad. But
big wake up call.
So I came to locals more, and I started playing the regional tournaments in also in Frankfurt. Then I started working. I earned money. I bought my first meta deck, a wind-up deck. Then I won a little tournament in Gießen, and the next thing was Bochum, I think, the YCS in Bochum, where I just went because it was like only 2 hours away. It wasn't a good tournament. Well, the tournament itself was good, but not my performance. I think I was X4, day 1. And
I mean, that's not terrible for your first YCS.
it's pretty terrible. I mean, I played wind-up. I didn't play.
Yeah, I suppose. Did you take this wind-up deck to regional or something before, maybe, or?
Yeah, I also played it before.
How did you do?
Well, like I said, I won that one small tournament. I think it was an
so it wasn't like a regional or anything, then it was just like a
PlayStation tournament, like 40-50 people.
Oh, okay, that's actually kind of cool.
I split with Joshua back then.
Joshua Schmidt?
Yeah.
Split. That's pretty funny. When was the first time you got your first like desire to like keep going and like get better, like when you realize like, oh, that I want to like improve and stuff, and I want to make sure that I have the best deck and build it correctly and do well?
I always wanted to be better because the game was just great. I really loved to play it. There was an article in a German magazine, which name was Cardmaster, about the German guy who reached 3rd place at the World Championship. And I thought I want to be like that. I want to go to big tournaments, to World Championships. And yeah, I was at the World Championship, but I didn't get the 3rd place. But still, I have time. Yeah.
So you're at YCS Bochum now. How did you get there? Did you have friends like that you kind of started getting close with for Yu-Gi-Oh purposes, and then you kind of all went together, or did you go alone, or how did that go?
No, I went with my friends, with 4 other guys. I don't know if Sasha was there. I don't know if you know the other 3 guys.
Oh, okay. I know Sasha.
Yeah.
And go on.
Okay, so the next tournament was YCS Lille.
Oh wait, hang on. So before that, so we're at Bochum just now, and you're X4 day 1, and yeah. How did you feel after like your first like big event, like doing pretty poorly?
Not great. The thing was, there was the team United Pro Gamers. You probably talked about it yesterday with Joshua.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be in the team, and they said yeah, we look how you perform at YCS Bochum, and I thought, yeah, maybe at least day 2, and yeah, I didn't make it. So I didn't make it to the team. So it was pretty sad. But it was okay. It was still my first tournament.
Yeah. So did that like really affect you? Like, you know, not being able to join this team and stuff because you did so poorly. Like, did that really like, you know, get you going for like more better performances and stuff?
Yeah,
Or
I think
did you
so.
or did you just kind of like be like, oh, okay, whatever, I don't really care.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I want to play more. I want to be better.
Yeah,
And
that's fair enough.
play.
And what was your like? Well, maybe not like first major achievement. So how did it go from there? Like, you come back home and you're like, did you just keep going to regionals and local tournaments and stuff like that?
Yeah, I continued going to to regionals, local tournaments.
I'm assuming you went like every week then, regardless. Like you just kept going to locals for every tournament and stuff.
Yeah, every tournament in the like Frankfurt, Cologne sometimes.
And how did you start doing? Were you improving? Like were you starting to like win your local tournaments and stuff like on a
I
consistent
don't know.
basis?
I think it was the time where I also started judging.
Oh, okay.
We have a German site about Yu-Gi-Oh, and there there's a rulings part of the forum.
Hmm.
So the people ask questions, I answered them, and Martina is also an admin there. Then for the next tournament in Frankfurt, she searched more judges, and I asked her if I can judge. She said okay. So that was my first judge experience. It was also good. Judging is kind of cool, but I like to play. I like it more to play.
Did you
Because
judge a major event at all?
no,
No. Okay.
just I think 3 or 4 regionals, maybe
Yeah.
more. Um,
So
yeah,
you judged and you liked it, but it wasn't really like the same as playing. I guess you just really wanted to play.
yeah. I mean, judging is fine, but you stay a lot, and the questions are sometimes pretty stupid.
Do you remember
But
some of the stupid things you got asked?
not when I judged, but there was a guy in Frankfurt like a few months ago, and he thought you can draw up to 5 cards every turn.
Every turn.
Like I think in the anime. So you start with 1 card in your hand, you draw 4. You start with 2, you draw 3. You know,
Where did he get
and
that idea from?
yeah, from the anime probably.
Is
But
that
the
in the
thing is,
anime? I don't know. Stream, do you guys know about this? Because I've never heard that before in the anime. Although I
it
could be
was
wrong.
it was round 2, game 3. Like, how did he make the first 5 games without knowing this? No,
Nobody told him.
they were like, yeah, draw 4, okay,
I guess I'll join in as well. Nice.
yeah.
So, so yeah, you came back from Bochum, doing well at your locals and stuff like that. Where was your like? Well, I mean, how did you go from there? So, did you have another major event coming up, like another YCS? You must have been pretty young at this point, though. So, like, I mean, were your
Not
parents and
really.
stuff cool with you just like traveling by well, with your friends and like staying at like some other country's hotel and stuff like that?
Well, it was 2013, so I was 19 years old.
Oh, right, that's pretty recent. So this was 2013 YCS Lille
Yeah, YCS little afterwards. Um, we also went there by car. Only 3 people.
by car. All right, actually, that's not
Yeah.
too far from you.
Um, we arrived at Friday night, and we didn't have a hotel, so we had to search a hotel.
Why didn't you
Well,
book a hotel?
I don't know. It was a YOLO trip.
Fair enough.
So I waited in the car, and the other 2 guys were in the hotel. and talking with the guys if they have room. And I saw Yugi players outside, and I saw Simon He, and I was like, "Ooh, it's Simon He, a famous player."
Mm.
Was pretty excited. So the tournament by itself was also not great. I made it to day 2, but lost the first round. And played
What
side
format was
events.
this?
It was Mermail format, but I was playing Fire Fist, I think.
It was mono mermail, like was Spirit at 3 at this point? I don't remember.
I think it was without toys. Without toys and the other new guys. Oh no, it was with Cosmo Blazer. I don't know. So anyways, I was playing side event.
So is this after or before Dragon Rulers?
It was before Dragon Rulers.
Oh yeah, because it was like 2 Firewater formats. Okay.
Yeah.
So you played Fire Fist, and you made day 2. I mean, that's kind of decent because Mermails was probably the better deck, to be honest. Why did you decide on Fire Fist for that event?
I think I liked it more, and I didn't have Mermails.
No, simple
Didn't know
choice.
how to play it. Yeah. And I played Morphing Jar 2 in Fire Fists against Karakuri and Samurai. It was good. Then I played side events, regional, and I was in the finals against a girl who was playing Samurais. And yeah, she made a few moves, and I said Morphing Jar 2. She made more moves. She had Shien, Beast Bakion, and that 6 Samurai guy who bounced a monster on the field if you bench 2 from the graveyard.
Oh, Shogun or something like that.
Oh fuck, she just bounced my face down Morphing Jar and I lose. And she just attacked. Yeah. So I shuffled back 5 cards, but I still lost. But she had the qualification already, so I got my qualification there.
Oh, was that your first time getting an invite?
Yeah.
Was this invite for Euros or Nationals? Because you used to have to qualify for Nationals, but...
Yeah, it was for Euros already.
Oh, okay, for Euros. So you never actually had to like qualify for Nats or anything?
Oh.
Okay. Well, you had some decent side event success. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But when was your like first like major break from like competitive play, like your first like big success kind of thing?
I think it was at the next Euros, like Euros 2013, in the Dragon Ruler format. I still had no money. I borrowed the deck, well, the expensive cards. The sad part is I first borrowed Dracosax and Big Eyes, then they got stolen.
Oh shit!
At the first tournament. Yeah. Then a friend borrowed me them again, and I could play Euros. I started 7-0, which was pretty surprising for that time. So we played 11 rounds. Of the 4 upcoming rounds, I only had to win 1, and I lost 3 and got a draw.
Oh.
So I didn't reach tops. Another sad part of the life. Yeah. So after that, I made a small break again, and
just about the event. Did you like just play mirror matches all day?
Yeah, almost. I think I started against Evil's Form, then Spellbook, then many mirror matches, then 1 Mermail, of which I have a featured match, by the way. It was my first featured match.
Oh, nice. See if I can find it on YouTube just now, actually. But yeah, go on.
No, it's written.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's it. Then I lost the last round against Spellbook, then the first round against Spellbook again because it was a French guy. I won the first game because I think he made a mistake. He kind of banished all Spellbooks from his graveyard, so he couldn't use
Fate
anymore. So he kind of gave me the win. Then he won the second game, and we had like 2 or 3 minutes time, and he just sided the whole time. So we have a draw because he knows he loses if I start with something like Bika into virus or something.
Yeah.
So I called the judge. He said the judge said he's allowed to side 2 minutes, and I didn't appeal. Probably should have appealed. Yeah. And that's it for the tournament.
Well, that's pretty disappointing. Got your first top there. Do you remember any of your opponents at this event? I mean, you must have probably played some really big players eventually.
Played against that one Italian guy from Jolly Roger Gaming, but I don't know the name. I think Giovanni is the name. I'm not sure. Then I also played against a German friend. You probably won't know him. His name is Jan. Against Mucci, also a German guy. And I also played against Buri. He told me that at Euros next year, after we played the finals there. Yeah, he was playing spellbooks, and I started with Bikai. No, I think with Light and Darkness Dragon into double super rejuvenation, or it's called, into 6 each. So I drew 12 cards.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Nice format.
And yeah, well, I guess that's kind of decent. You bubbled your second major event, really.
Yeah.
That's not the worst thing ever. When did you come into? What year did you come into contact with CCG actually? Was it around this time, or is that much later?
I think when it was founded, like the first tournament they were playing.
It must have been like 2013 or something, no?
Yeah, 2013, I think.
Were you one of the founders?
No.
Oh, okay.
Joshua wasn't the team I wanted to be in, and then I just heard Joshua maybe is leaving them, and then they just came with the other Berlin guys, which I didn't knew at that time. And yeah, it was like the first CCG experience. They were just there, and I don't know who won the tournament.
Which event was this?
It was just regionals in Frankfurt.
Oh, okay. So what YCS did you play after this?
After this, it was Turin. I actually didn't want to go there, but I won the regional like 2 weeks before.
Yeah.
I won a 3DS, I think, sold it, and so I could afford the YCS.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it was also nice because it was the, I think, 125th YCS with the Noble Knight Met. And, yeah.
What format was Turin?
Was the second Dragon Ruler format with 6 cents.
How did you do there?
I lost the second round in day 2.
Second round, day 2. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
so still not for me.
You're still consistently making a good progress. I mean, there's 2 day 2s out of 3 events. When was when did you get your first top?
It was the next YCS in Berlin at the beginning of 2014. So Dragon Rulers got banned. I think it was the next Mammal format.
Yeah.
I again played Fire Fists.
You didn't learn the first time.
No. I don't know how I started. I think I started 4-0 and then lost 2 rounds and then then won the last round at day 1. So I was on the bubble day 2. I played the first game against a guy from Berlin, I think, but I'm not sure. And he played Cyber Dragons. and he could have won because he had 8,000 damage, but didn't see the OTK. Yeah, so he kind of gave me the win. Then I won the other 2 rounds, and then I was in tops. Played the first round against Luigi and lost. But it was my first top.
Yeah, that's true. Well, what did he play?
He played Fire Fist with Trap Tricks.
Ooh, okay.
I think only Mimileo and a few traps.
Yeah.
More. We didn't have the other thing which can special summon from the graveyard.
Oh yeah, Dioneo. That's true. That's true. Okay. So, how did you feel after your first top?
I felt good.
Is it like, really over the moon happy, or was it kind of like, oh, I need to do better, or a little bit of both?
Yeah, of course, better. It was also my first tournament when I was in the new team in United Pro Gamers. Because I won another regionals at the end of January before, like 1 month before. Why guys like Joshua and Alpai called me regional crusher because the only thing I exist was winning 2 regionals, which is kind of good, but nothing else. Weird. Yeah. Then I was in the team and topped the first event.
Oh, that's pretty good. Was there any big names in your team at this time?
Niels Kühnberger, he was at Worlds 2013 at Dragon Duel Worlds.
Oh, okay.
Won German nationals, European nationals, European Championship, and got, I think, 4th place at Worlds.
I see.
Oh, Joshua wasn't there anymore. He already left. No Emerald.
He left for CCG after that?
Yeah, he left. No, he left like 1 year before already.
Oh, and when did you join him?
2000. Yeah, I joined them 1 year later.
Oh, okay. So, did you join them before Worlds or after your win?
Before.
Okay. And how did you go through that? Or how did you approach that?
You mean the whole
process of joining CCG?
Well, I asked UPG a few times if I can join in, and they weren't sure, and many guys helped me that I'm better than most of them, and they should take me, and I got a bit annoyed already because I got more success than they, and they still didn't take me, so I started asking CCG. But the weird question, because you can't take just anyone with 2 regional wins and that's it. Yeah. And then they probably paid attention, and after the Euros win, they asked me again.
Yeah, I guess after that, it's pretty obvious that they would accept after a regional win. Sorry, a YCS Euros win even.
Yeah. Then I thought about it. First, it was pretty sure that I will leave the team for CCG, but then I stayed in there because we were good friends and stuff. And then at the end of 2014, I still left because it's not a real team. Now it's better, but back then it was not the traditional team. It was just a group of friends,
Yeah.
There were like 2 guys who were extremely inactive, but they were still in the team because you can't kick good friends.
Yeah.
That kind of annoyed me. And that didn't change in the half of the year, and so I left at the end.
I mean, a lot of teams are just people who are all friends rather than people who are trying to progress and get better, I suppose.
Yeah, but you can still be friends.
Yeah, of course, but I mean,
team.
Yeah. So you won Euros and you joined the CCG a little bit later, and I guess that's pretty much it. Like you just went on to do to keep doing your thing, and you got 2 more tops after that, I think, right?
I think more like 4 if you count nationals also.
Yeah.
If you count nationals, it's 6.
Oh wow.
It's
Okay.
5. I got 2 ICS tops. Third in Madrid, second in Bochum, and then top 16 in Dublin.
Yeah, nice. Dublin, what an event. But how was Worlds? Because you got first at Euros, and means you got to go to Worlds in where was it? I think I can't remember. Oh, Holland was it?
It was Rimini.
Oh yeah, Rimini. So
Amsterdam was, I think, 2011.
yeah. So did you practice much for Worlds? Did you like? Were you just kind of happy to just get there, kind of thing, or?
Yeah, I practiced a lot with Joshua.
Mm,
The different decks. It was also the first time we had different lists in the TCG and OCG.
yeah.
So it was a bit weird to test until we got the real band list for the event.
Mm,
We saw that the 2 band lists are just mixed up together.
yeah.
So many decks were dead. Mamel was bad. Infernity was also, I think, limited at something. I don't know.
What did you end up playing?
Mamel.
What? Why did you do that?
We tested and it wasn't bad. It was actually
Even with
Yeah,
the
it was
Worlds
good.
list?
Yeah. I mean, Toys was at 1 and Dragoons was at 1. I think that's it. And Soul Charge at 1.
Sounds pretty gimp to me. What even won your Worlds that year? Was
Infinity.
oh yeah, it was Infernity. Yeah, the deck was nuts. I don't know why I didn't play Infernity. Because I'm
They-
sure they had everything. They had 3 Chain, 3 Archfiend. Just they had 1 barrier. That was it.
Yeah. But the thing was that everyone was expecting Infinity, so you just side everything against them. Crows, Maxis, Velas.
Yeah.
But yeah, it still won.
Infernity had 1 Armonite at Worlds apparently. Okay. How did you do?
I played the first round against the world champion of 2013, Xian.
Oh right.
Yeah, someone told me he's playing Infernity. That's
Mhm.
why my first turn was weird. It was also in a featured match. I searched infantry instead of marksman, and it just passed my turn. And he said 1 monster and I think 4 or 5 cards, and it was like, okay, he bricks. Fine, I win. And I think later I attack and he flipped up GG armor.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, great. But I still made a few mistakes in that match, and yeah, that's why I lost. Not only because of the wrong information about Infernity.
Mm. And
Yeah,
then after that, did you
yeah.
manage to win out?
Then I played against Worms.
Worms.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Start with the first game. The first 2 cards in my hand were Toys and Dragoons. Yeah, why
Nice.
not? You only need 1.
Yep.
I won the first game. I lost the second and the third game. Don't remember it anymore. I think I had Genix controller, Mullen Glacier,
Oh, okay, bad hand.
like a totally unplayable hand, and I didn't draw anything in my next 2 turns. And I could draw many cards because of my title in my hand, like every water monster.
Yeah.
So I lost that. Then I played against Andrea Tsunari with Bujins. I had a full hand of everything, and he just flipped Vanity's emptiness, and I had no out. So I lost this game. Yeah. So the tournament was pretty over. I was 0-3, but we couldn't drop. You actually have to play until the end.
Mm-hmm.
I played the fourth round against Buri, who was also 0-3, and we played the same deck. And
He's run the team and stuff both together at the same time at this stage, yeah?
yeah, no, not yet, but we tested together.
Okay.
Yeah, and I won against him, and the last match I played against Jono, I think, with Eugen, I'm not wrong, and I lost it. So all three German guys, me, Buri, and Fabio Müller, who was playing Dragon Duel, we all played the same deck. Buri was 0-5, I was 1-4, the only win against Buri, and Fabio was 1-3, the only win was a bye. So the deck didn't get any real win on the weekend. That was pretty frustrating and sad.
I mean,
Yeah,
you took Mermel, like, what did you expect?
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. That was pretty disappointing. How did you feel after it? I'm assuming, you really want to go back and do better, I guess? And
yeah, I obviously wanted to go back. Like, Wells are really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to describe it. You can only know it if you've been there.
That sounds pretty fun.
And if you've been there, you want to go back.
So, how's your time with CCG been improving, and how has it helped you to get better and all these kind of things and improve?
Well, yeah, like being with the good guys together, with the professional guys. Also, trying to build the decks together, or being there while the decks were built. Yeah. It also improved my English a bit, because we had non-German guys, so the chat was completely English. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the start with the streaming was great. Rip DN.
Yep, Rip DN. Will you be streaming soon? Again? It's really hard with events and stuff, I know, but
for playing, then yes. I mean, we're still a streamer. We just don't have something to play with.
Dev Pro, mate.
Dev Pro sucks. I mean, look at these duels.
Yeah, I know.
Dark Magician against Full Performer Pal
with fire muffle line,
crabs and lines. Also the bug with the siding. If you play a match, you finish game 1, then both players finished siding and the game crashes. Great.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible right now.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, stream. If you guys want to throw out some questions just now, we'll approach near the end of this discussion. So feel free to ask Eugen, you guys, anything you really want, pretty much. And yeah, so a few random questions from me. What was your favorite deck you played with over the years?
Fabled was pretty cool.
Fabled?
You know that? Yeah.
The discard thing?
Yeah.
It's kind of random. Okay, why is that?
I started playing with that deck.
Oh, okay.
Before I bought Wind-Ups, I played with them all the time. They they weren't that bad. It was okay, but only having 15 extra deck cards is pretty bad, because you need approximately infinite. Yeah, you can't just do anything.
Did you do well with it?
A few local tournaments only.
All
But
right.
yeah.
Someone's asking, will you be at Liverpool?
Yeah, we booked it already. We don't have a hotel yet, but that's not a problem. The flight is the bigger problem. We have it already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only go there because of the traveler mat. Otherwise, I think I would stay at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, the UK is pretty expensive, to be honest.
Yeah. With
Uh,
the changing money thing, yeah,
it's actually
it's
easier for
annoying.
you, I think, with euros if you're changing money. It's you get more money now, basically, when you change.
Really?
Yeah, because pound is like dropped and stuff from Brexit, so you guys get more money.
Brexit. I'll have, I think, 1 penny in my wallet from London.
Let's see. What are your thoughts on this unpredictable format? Do you think it's a good or bad format? And do you think there are any sleeper decks left to see?
What do you mean with sleeper decks? Like unexpected decks?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. The format is kind of weird. Actually, I'm not playing that much. What am I playing? I'm playing Mammal again. It's pretty fun to play, but Pepe is nice, but I really hated to play against Anti-Spell Fragrance. The card is just so bad designed, I think.
Yeah.
Like it's like Vanity's Emptiness and Skill Drain. Like okay, not real Skill Drain, but Vanity's Emptiness you just can't play. But
Yeah.
at least against Vanity's Emptiness, you could draw the MST anytime. And against Anti-Spell Fragrance, you draw MST, yeah, set. End phase called Slip Rider. Yeah, great. Yeah, it's just stupid. Also, which are the other decks? Cosmo is... Well, Cosmo is fine. It's fine now. It was annoying to lose against the OTKs with Dark Destroyer destroying himself, summoning 50 monsters, Farm Girl, and Teleport. Luckily, both at one. Yeah, Blue Eyes is also pretty annoying. Like, Gospel is pretty broken.
Think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can just summon everything.
It's
And
pretty good.
he had 3 monsters at that one tournament. I played Slumber, and he banished Gospel. And I asked, yeah, which monster do we want to defend? He said all. And I, what?
All of them.
Protect all.
Do you have any regrets or things you wish you did differently in the past over the last 10 years of playing? I guess probably other than playing a different deck for Worlds.
Yeah, there were of course a few. I mean, not a few. Probably a lot of mistakes at tournaments. I would have changed. I would have appealed at Euros 2013 against the French guy. But I don't know. I probably wouldn't go to Lille because I was kind of too motivated and it was too expensive for me at that time. Also, the hotel in Bochum was also way too expensive.
Mm.
Would have changed that, but then not much. I mean, I was in a nice team with friends. Now I'm in CCG and best team, all that stuff. Yeah, pretty satisfied.
Overall, pretty good career you've had, and it's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
I guess that's everything. So we've been here for like almost an hour, so this is gonna wrap it up. Unless anyone in the chat wants to ask anything else, we're gonna bring this to a close now. So this has been episode 4 of the history of the Yu-Gi-Oh player with Eugen Heidt, and yeah, this was pretty good discussion. If you're watching on YouTube, and let me know in the comments who you wanna see next on the series. And to everyone in the stream, thanks for joining this live and for coming out. So that's been your episode, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Oh no, that's everything. Okay, cool. Thanks everyone, and for YouTube, so see you next time.
Bye.
Well, there we go.